Hello gamers, Matt Lemke here with Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com, and today we're going to do another flip through. Today's flip through is a look at the Ultimate Equipment Guide for the Pathfinder role-playing game. And when I picked up this book, I thought that I was going to be a little bit disappointed with it maybe, because a lot of this information you can almost always find somewhere, but what Pathfinder has done with the information is what's really important. You're going to find out, I don't know if you can tell here, yeah, you really kind of can't tell here, but what's really important about this book is right here, how they have the book labeled. I'm going to zoom in on this corner here. And that's the important part. You can see right here on the side, this bar goes all the way through these pages. This bar goes down a little bit, and you can look at it here. You can't really tell probably on the camera or here, but you can see the different tones of darkness and lightness there. Those are actually the colors for these tabs. So we're in Magic Arms and Armor, and it goes Armor Special Abilities is the very first thing. That's probably only a page or two. But that, if you're a DM, that gives you a great idea of where to go. Specific Magic Armor and Shields, Weapon Special Abilities, and then specific magic weapons. Now the book is very, very complete. It is, I think, about 400 pages, if I remember correctly. Yep, 398 pages is the length of the book. They have a very complete alphabetical index with page number of where every item is. And I think the indexes are and the appendixes are one of the most important things here. And then they have random art objects, blah 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 blah, which is a good thing to do for a DM who's looking for that putative thief. And then they have different type of semi-precious stones, and of course I'm working from the back to the front. Another index here is for where all the different tables of the book are. For example, 6th level Arcane Scrolls, page 376, that type of thing. And that goes on basically through all of the different items and pieces of equipment that they have in the book. And I'm going to skip up here a little bit because one of the appendix is NPC gear, which I found to be very helpful actually. You create an NPC that's like 5th level, oh gee, what do I give them? You can look at this chart and stuff, and it helps you give a good idea of what kind of gear and items they have. They also have different other things, like they have a breakdown for types of treasures and coins, and then they have one for art objects, which I think I already mentioned. Going back to the front of the book, you can take a look at this here real quick. A good bit, 52 pages of the book roughly is Arms and Armor, which that really kind of surprised me. I thought that was going to be much larger for a role-playing game. A bulk of the book is 50 pages on gear and equipment, food, drink, alchemist tools, alchemist weapons, and things like that. There's another 50 pages that goes through the magic arms and armor. And then there's rods, rings, and staves. That's a given, right? And then, but the one that really surprised me is there's about 100 pages on wondrous items. So about a third of the book is wondrous items, which, well, I like magic. And then they go through the introduction, and basically they tell you how to navigate the different things in the book. They give you a little brief breakdown of all the different stuff of, and how they're color-coded. Arms and armor that are non-magical are green and stuff like that. And then they move into it, and there's a lot of art on every page, as you can see, which makes this, in my opinion, pretty good, especially with the things that are unique to the Pathfinder role-playing setting from other fantasy settings. They go through all the different pistols that they have, like a dagger pistol, the double-barreled pistol, to give the players a good idea as to what they are. And then, there's like other things, like there's not a whole lot here because it's weapon groups, axes, blades, and they give you a basic description of what fits in those categories. So if you're a GM and you don't know where to look, the Ultimate Equipment Guide here for the Pathfinder game has breakdowns on all those types of things. And then you get into your special materials. They have cold iron, dragon hide, dark wood, and where appropriate, they put pictures. Or where, sometimes they don't have a picture everywhere, but they have a good bit, so you get a real good idea of what you're looking at. And, I really can't say too much more about the book than this book is a tool. It's not just a reference guide. It really is. It's set up to be a tool. It's set up to be something that, okay, boom, no, let me take that back. It's not a tool. It's a toolbox because of the way the book is organized. It's not like, oh my gosh, I got to go to the index and find this. You could look at the side of the book, or you can flip through like this and just, oh, okay, that's Wondrous Items. Boom, 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 boom. But that's all Wondrous Items. Oh, but it's Wondrous Items eyes. Wow. Bam, you're there. So, I am not DMing right now in the Pathfinder world, but I have found myself using this book more than I should. That's how good the book is. The only drawback that I really have found to the book is that there's not a lot of story, not a lot of fluff to it. It pretty much is kind of like a reference book or a dictionary, but it's really easy to use. It's very maneuverable. If you have other books, or all the books, you don't really need this. You just need to know where to look. What's nice about this is everything is right here in one place. Thank you. This has been a flip through with Matt Lemke of Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. And if you're watching this on our blog, you can always follow us by clicking any of the social media links on the right-hand side of your screen. Have a good day.